I have a confession. I am the biggest Hoyoverse shill of all time. Because I like Zenless Zone Zero. I said it. I said it. I know. I'm going to have a lot of people saying mean things to me. Ethan, do a cartwheel and a somersault in front of a car in game. Brother, it's not a bad game. It's not a bad game, and I'm curious to see what Stioorg has to say. So today we are reacting to this video, the current state of Zenless Zone Zero from Stioorg. I will say I think the game definitely has depth to it. I do believe that it is horrendously boring in the beginning. Like, I'm talking horrendously boring to the point where I am not grinding my own account. I have someone else grinding my own account. Shout out to Dams. I won't do it. I refuse to do the TV, go into TV, do TVs for 10 minutes, fight for 20 seconds, go outside, go drink a cup of coffee, go run around in the open world, then go back to TV. Like, I can't get myself immersed. I'd rather just get to the last activities, get to the shield defense, get to the simulated universe, and just play it. I already beat it. I did shield defense on a viewer's account. We did the very last level. It was the first part was pretty easy if you had Ellen, and the second part was kind of challenging. But I also feel like it was challenging because the team comps that I had were very not normal. But yeah, man, I think it's a good game. I don't think it's a bad game. I think it got way too much hate, so I'm curious to see what the current state of the game is, because I feel like there's a lot of hype going into this new patch, although I'm not sure how many people are actually in the Twitch directory right now, although we know the Twitch directory does not mean really anything. But if we go to Zenless Zone Zero right here, 2.1k people, the max Pearson's 399, shout out to J-Star. It's not the best. It's not the worst, but it's not the best either. But let's see what happens. Let's go.
It's been a month since the game came out, and
True.
a month since I made my first impression video on the game. So basically today we're gonna talk about the state of the game, what people think, and also what I think exactly about the game, what are my future plans with the game. And if you did quit the game from the start, it's a very good video for you to know if you want to come back or not, because if we recap the video that I made about the game, that is a first impression, what I said is you can quit the game and let some content creators get to the end game, so
Yes,
that you can
this.
know if you want to come back to the game or not. And of course today I'm going to give you my opinion, and as always I'm not gonna waste your time. I'm going to be straight to the point. And if you want to know if there's some things that changed, I actually changed my opinion on some things in the game, and to be honest a lot of other things stayed the same. And now let me address one of the most important points that a lot of people talk about, which is the difficulty. Again, a lot of people are saying, oh, you want a Elden Ring type game? No. And we all know that gacha games are mostly easy, so to be easy compared to gacha games, that's a new thing. That was basically my first impression. But now I would say that there is not really a lot of things that changed, but I would say that the Holo Zero is super fun. When you get to the end, you will need to understand your characters even more. You will start to implementing more and more things, and the game won't be like very bottom mashy. And for people who don't follow the news, Zenless Zone Zero said that they are doing or creating new difficult modes in the future, but take that.
Yeah, I think obviously Hoyoverse and the word difficult, it could be a complete misstep, so we don't know what their version of difficult means, but I do have faith in these developers because they've honestly been making very solid changes. The things they've said in 1.1, the things they said in that blog post, I mean, overall, it's been pretty positive stuff, so I'm not mad, and I do believe they will deliver more difficult content. I don't know if they're going to deliver something to the level of like a hologram boss, like level 6 or, 5 and Widowing Waves, but I do think that the content, it does get harder towards the end. Obviously, like if you're doing shield defense, like floor 17, floor 16, whatever. But I don't know, man. It's just the game is fun to me. I understand the criticism of like, well, I think it's annoying when I parry, I immediately swap to a different character. It's like I'm not done with my combo. Like I want to finish my Ellen combo, or I want to finish my combo with this person. So I definitely get that point of view. I don't remember if they're changing the parry system so that way you can parry without changing. I don't remember. Correct me if I'm wrong. I know I dropped a video on the on the blog, but I just woke up, so I don't remember. But there's definitely some gameplay elements that they're like, it's still a little up in the air. But overall, it's not a bad video game. Like, it is pretty enjoyable. And I think, if you're looking at this as a game to completely main, and this is the only gacha game you're going to play, then you're going to absolutely be miserable, have no fun, and run out of content within the first 2 weeks because of the fact that at the end of the day, gacha games are not made to be main games. It's not like a Genshin Impact that has been out for 4 years and you could explore the map, you could do all these crazy things, or a Honky Star Rail where It's been out for a year plus, and they have a bunch of different modes. Like, the game is just in the starting phase. So I think a lot of the thing is characters. People want so much from the game at the actual launch. It's like you do have to give it time and let it cook to develop. But as a launch, it's not the worst thing ever. Like, it's not the worst launch ever. I mean, they made, what, 99 million, 98 million? Like, they made a milli vanilla, you know? Like, they made a lot of money. So, I don't know, man. I don't know. I think I understand a lot of the criticisms, but I also do think people just went overboard on it. It's like, okay, including myself. I just really think that the beginning experience is genuinely abysmal. I think it is genuinely abysmal, and it is not fun. It's probably the worst beginning experience I've had of a gacha game of all time. That I will 100% stand by and will still say.
That with a grain of salt. This is Hoyo, you know, but let's only talk about 1.0. So basically you will find some difficulty in the Holo Zero. The Shio defense is also has, you know, some difficulty, but I think I really like the Holo Zero. It's a very good mode. I liked it from the start, but now I like it even more. Now I did find a way to enjoy Zenless on Zero, and I will tell you how to do that, but before that, let's talk about the story. I didn't really...
Best way to enjoy Zenless on Zero. Step 1. Uninstall. Step 2, download Woodwing Waves. Download Woodwing Waves.
Changed my mind about the story. I still like it. I still like the storytelling, and I still don't like the TVs. The TVs are also getting removed in the future, but let's stay here. Currently, the TVs are still annoying for most people. Some people might like the TVs, which that's what I saw, but if you quit for the TVs are still annoying. Except for Holo Zero. I would argue that in Holo Zero, the more you play it, the better the TVs become. But in the story...
TVs are not inherently bad. That is not the problem. The problem is the TV mechanic is actually pretty cool, and it's actually pretty fun. The problem is being forced to use TVs every single time you have to play story or do anything that is not endgame related. TVs in endgame offers a different, unique experience where it makes it more fun. Like, you do it in the simulated universe mode. It's not bad. It is fun, and it is enjoyable. But having to sit in the story mode and do puzzles with TVs every single level, that is the problem. It is TV overload and TV burnout. So I don't think the problem is TVs itself. I think the problem is the sheer amount of TVs and unnecessary TVs. Leave the TVs for the hard content. Leave it for events. Leave it for things that matter. Not a random story mission. So that is my problem with the TVs, not the TVs themselves, because inherently they're not bad.
They're super immersion breaking. Now let me tell you how I'm approaching the game. This is the way that I found fun in the game. This is how I'm having fun in playing Zenless on Zero. So if we look at my characters, I was very lucky. I got every single powerful character in the game. If you want to talk about Nora, Lycon, Ellen Jo, Zhu Yuan, I got every single good character in the game.
Well,
which makes me want to talk about Loot Bar. If you want to top up in Zenless on Zero with cheaper prices, only using your UID, Loot Bar is the best place. I've been using Loot Bar for so long now, like other creators, and I can say that it's very safe, fast, and has so many discounts. For example, if you want to buy 6K monochromes in Zenless on Zero, you would
They've reached out to me. I don't know if it's safe or not, so I won't take the sponsorship, just so you know.
buy them for $100 in the game, but with Loot Bar you can even buy them for $85 and save up to 15% when you register with my link in the description and get a free 15% discount code. All you have to do is put your UID here, then put your server, choose your bundle, click on top up now, and I'm going to buy right now, and as you see I got them with the double top up. Make sure to click on the link in the description to get even more discounts. Anyway, back to the video. Now getting more characters made me wanna experiment even more, and especially as a content creator, I wanted to make some videos about the characters, and exploring more and more characters like Anton made me really like the gameplay even more. But how should you approach it and how should you play the game? I would really not play the game as I play other gacha games. To be honest, I wasn't logging in every single day. I was just actually playing for fun. I enter the game once every 4 days or 3 days.
Whoa. Back it up, little pop. You're telling me you didn't play this gacha game every single day? Are you kidding me? Who would have thought? Who would have thought that you would enjoy a game more if you don't force yourself to play it every day? I wouldn't have thought that. I ain't gonna lie to you. That is new to me. That is new to me, brother. Disgusting. That's the problem with people, man. They want to force themselves to play it. And then I was very guilty of this with Genshin Impact for a very long time. You force yourself to play it to the point where you are now miserable and you don't like the game anymore, and there's literally nothing for you to do. So just play the game how you want to play it. It is not, bro. There's not enough content in any gacha game. I'm gonna make a video breaking down the content in all these games and go over it. And just like at the end of the day, there's not enough content. These games are not meant to be played like MMOs. I want to play them like MMOs, but they're not. They're not meant to be played like MMOs. By the way, let me know if what MMOs are per tribe. By the way, but yeah. So yeah. I don't know what the fuck I did there.
And I think this is how you should play Zenless Zone Zero. If gacha games are a side game, Zenless Zone Zero is a side gacha game.
Yep.
Basically, that's what I think about the game. I'm having more
100%. I just said that
playing
earlier.
the game even more casually. My internet level is still at 34, but of course, since I had the opportunity to try the media server, I tried every content. And so the way I play Zenless Zone Zero, I play twice a week. I do experiment with characters, and I just dip. And the game became even more fun to me.
Yep.
Now all I do is play the game for some time and also do early access guides for some characters and have fun experimenting with the characters, and we already did one for Shinyi. So yes, I would say the game grow on me. I won't say that this is the best way I want to play gacha games. If you want to compare it to Genshin or Wuwa or HSR, I still like enjoy those games even more. Although I don't play Genshin a lot these days, but I will come back to Natlan. But basically, if you want to compare every 1.0, yeah, now I do like ZZZ even more than before, but I'm not really treating it like another gacha game or the same as the other gacha games that I played. And so if you quit the game and you want to come back, you like the game a little bit, but you don't know what you want to do, you can play the game from time to time. The game isn't even that hard. You don't need to get every single character for now. For now, we're talking 1.0. Again, it's looking the same in 1.1, by the way. But the point is, if you want to have fun in the game, don't play it every day. It's just something that you play casually, super casually, which takes me to the other gacha elements. For example, the dailies in this game aren't really hard. So
no,
even if I log
easy.
in
Go buy
and
coffee and that's
dailies,
it.
I still hate dailies in every gacha game. I hope they remove them. I will always say that. But yeah, the easier the better. There's another thing that I liked about this game that doesn't really exist in other gacha games, which is with the progression and farming. You can really choose anything that you want to farm and put it in one dungeon. This is very cool. You can farm.
The way you farm in this game is top tier. I think this easily is the best farming system out of all the gacha games. Genshin by far has the worst. Star Rail has a very good one. Wuduang Waves is kind of but this is the best. This is easily the best farming system for sure.
Farm one character material and the other character and some money and put them all in just one dungeon, and every one of them will cost 20. This does save time. Again, I feel the game saves you so much time that I think that you shouldn't play the game every day. Like if they remove dailies, the game will be insanely better. Imagine Zenless Zone Zero with
They literally said they want to make it feel as if the game is not punishing you for not playing and you don't have to log in every day. When the developer, now granted, I understand that the developer said, conflicting information where they're like, this is going to be a game that is going to have challenging combat and we're going to make tons of updates for it. It's going to be a game with a ton of replayability. Not that it doesn't have that, but when they're coming out straight and saying, "Hey, listen, don't play this game every day. We're not gonna reward you for playing it every day in the sense that you do with like Genshin and other games." And it's like take a hint. And it boils down to burning yourself out and making the game miserable for you. And I think that is a big problem in the gacha community where people put expectations on these games. And then after that, when the expectations are not met or comparing them and they're completely different, then they get upset. Now, I don't think comparing and contrasting is bad at all. We all compare and contrast every gacha game. As realistically, you should. But there's a point where like Zenless Zone Zero just got an ungodly amount of hate for really no reason other than the TV. So yeah.
Without dailies and they just change it to weeklies. That will be insane. Currently, I'm having fun with the progression system. I really like it. This is something that they should implement in other games because it's pretty cool. Now, if you want to go to what people think about the game, firstly, the game almost made 100 million on mobile, which is very crazy. The game is doing good. The characters are actually selling. But if you want to talk about the perception of the game and also even my own rating of the game in the end, like you will know that the game is still mixed with some people that still people don't like the game. A lot of people really don't like the game. They don't want to play the game. But also there is a big player base for this game. A lot of people like it. And I think that most players are doing the same thing that I'm doing. They're just playing it super casually. And for me, if there's something that I didn't talk about now that I already talked about in the other video or I complained about, it's probably that it didn't change. And if my rating was a 6 to a 6.5, I would say it's probably 7 now. That I think this is a very fair number, or probably even 6.5. So between those two, like, the game is better. I am having more fun if you don't play it every single day. But if I was playing it every day, I'll probably get super bored. I think 7 out of 10 is solid. Is it the best gacha game that I'm playing? No, but I still having fun. I'm still excited for the next updates. Let me know what you think about Zenless Zone Zero, and if you don't subscribe now, you're gonna lose your 50-50. Bye bye.
I never lose my 50-50, little bro. I think that, again, there is a lot of people playing this game, and I feel like everyone was so surprised. I mean, we all know about the controversy that happened with, like, again, I'm going to show the Zenless Zero category for a moment, right? Shout out to Hex Juice. Everybody knows the controversy that happened with the numbers, and, like, oh my god, was it a failure? Was it not a failure? And all this stuff. And it's like, dude, when you just look at Twitch for the numbers as like a rough estimate of like, oh, how is this game performing? Oh, the game is dead. You're just wrong, right? When you do Tower of Fantasy, there's 672 people in here. They made there's 516 people in this one dude's chat. Tower of Fantasy makes bread. They make enough bread to make a new video game, keep Tower of Fantasy afloat, and just they're just a functioning company, right? The Twitch directory is dead. That doesn't mean the game is dead. Someone's playing Kingdom Hearts in Tower of Fantasy. That's absolutely fucking hilarious. I'm probably going to watch them after, low-key. I like Kingdom Hearts. But I think that people get too caught up in the public perception to form their own opinion or even play the game long enough to do anything. They take the word of whoever they like. It's like, oh, that's it. They said it. Okay, that's it. I'm done. I'm not going to form my own opinion. Or, again, the public perception where it's like, well, I look at these numbers and it's not impressive, and so I don't care, you know? And I think it's just kind of weird. But I do think the game is like a solid 6.5 and a 7. It is not a bad game. It is honestly a very solid video game. I don't think it is the greatest gacha game of all time. I think there's a very, gacha games are made to rotate in and out. Zenless Zero has a patch, you play ZZZ. Then after that, Wing Waves has a patch, you play that for a little bit. Even though the patches don't really have a lot of substance to them. Then wait for the Star Rail. Then wait for the Genshin. Maybe you're playing Love of Deep Space. Maybe you're playing Epic 7. You rotate through them. Or just play other video games. Go play League. Go play anything, But overall, it's not bad. I think it's good. I think 1.0 is going to be good. I think 1.1 is going to be good. I think 1.0 is pretty solid. So they need to fix that story TV stuff because it's absolutely horrible. With that being said, I love you. I'll see you in the next one. Let me know what you think about Zenless Zone Zero and how you should uninstall play Wing Waves. Yeah.